Alan up here. I'm trying to find the text. Where is it? Oh, yeah. That chap that's on the air now, Alan, is the only one with compassion. Fair play to him. That comes in from Sue. Somebody says, tell Alan it's human nature to laugh, even though we are hurting inside. I don't know. That's a bit deep. Somebody else says, Alan is spot on. And Alan is another egotistical prick who thinks he is smarter than everyone else. When did his intelligence ever have anything to do with humour? A joke is a joke. This muppet is categorising them into high and low brow. It doesn't matter. They're all funny once they're told right. I suppose that's a good point. The question we're asking you tonight is, we're talking about tragedies. And, of course, the latest tragedy, of course, is Colorado. And nobody thinks there's anything funny about what happened last week. Nobody thinks there's anything funny about any tragedy. And anybody who does think there's something funny about it is sick. We're not talking about the tragedy. We're talking about the jokes that go along with them afterwards. The actual physical joke for comedic value. People laugh or smile at the jokes. Do you think they're funny? The texts that go around. Be they racist? Maybe they discriminate against disability. Whatever it happens to be. Do you think the jokes are funny? The majority of comedy discriminates. That's what comedy does a lot of the time. Alan believes that kind of comedy is old-fashioned. Doesn't work anymore, and it's not even funny. 53544. Is it funny? Yes or no? We're going to go to... Stay there, Alan, if you can. I want to go to Catherine. You're in Cork. You're live in Classic Hits 4FM. Good evening to you, Catherine.
Hi, Niall.
How are you?
Yes, I will be honest with you. I mean, I will laugh at them. I don't particularly want to, but, it's unavoidable. So some of them are sort of so funny. The one you said there tonight about, the Batman thing.
Well, in fairness, it's actually...
It's the joke.
Well, look, to be honest, that's actually not even that funny of a joke for comedic value, but in saying that, yes, I understand what you're saying. I said in the text directed to Alan, and I think that is a big joke. Alan is getting a job next week, and his reply is, "What are you talking about? What's work?"
Can I ask you a question? What makes you what makes you laugh at such an idiotic joke? Are you an idiot?
Well, yeah, it is. It is probably very idiotic because, I mean, the idea of you working, that is probably the biggest joke. That is probably the biggest joke going.
No. The fact that you came on here to slag me off is moronic in itself.
Well, it's hardly
we'll get over that.
I mean, it's hardly
we'll get over that. We'll get over that. The fact that you can't help yourself from laughing at an idiotic joke makes you out to be a moron.
Yeah, I
think you should have some self-control.
If you got a job, that's what I think.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about you getting a job.
Right. Is that tonight's topic? Should Alan get a job or not?
You were on the show there last week talking with Mike, and you said something about the young girls wearing sort of clothes short and all the rest of it. And you apparently in the afternoon were sitting outside in Ranelagh having coffee, and you were sort of making comments about these. I mean, good Lord, I mean, has it never really... I mean, you can forget about the sort of taking over the job of Niall, because that will never, ever happen. Just get yourself a job in McDonald's.
Hold on a second. I'm curious to see where this is going. Okay, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Personally.
Let's see whatever other shite she says. Come on, say what are you saying? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, why don't you get a job? I think that would be quite funny, actually, the idea of you looking for a job. That may be very funny.
Okay, well, that's not offensive. You find that's a good joke for you, is it?
Well, I'm sure for a lot of people...
That's because of the writing. Well, I'll ask that woman there. How about I tell you a joke about McCreevy, the girl who got killed in Mauritius? Would you laugh at that one?
No.
Oh, why is that? It's because she's Irish?
No,
Interesting. But you can laugh.
I'll reverse the situation. What do you think of, do you think it's funny that Sophie Tuscan de Plante was killed in West Cork?
Of course I don't think it's funny. That's my point. My point. No,
exactly.
but you said you'd laugh at a joke. You couldn't help yourself laughing at a joke.
Sometimes I bite myself, and yes, I understand it's probably not correct to laugh, but yes, I will. And I mean,
really?
So
you've no self-control.
The thing I do like is The Life of Brian. I mean,
right, so you haven't got any self-control. You're a moron.
I don't actually remember any Madeleine McCann jokes, and generally speaking, when it involves children, I very rarely ever you would see a joke.
Really?
Well, I don't think I don't.
You live a sheltered life now.
Well, I would personally, I wouldn't find them funny.
Oh right. You see, this is interesting because your woman said there she wouldn't find a McCreevy joke funny, but she'll find something about.
No, I do. Who said I'd find anything about Michelle McCreevy funny?
No,
I
said you didn't. I said you wouldn't.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
but
Alan,
you'll
find it funny if 20,000 Japanese got killed.
Yeah, but Alan, people do choose what they think is funny, just like we choose. You don't think Alan Carr's funny. I find him extremely funny.
Oh, but it's an interesting psychological thing.
No, it's just that everybody has a different sense of humour, and we all choose what we think is funny.
No, it's not. It's the fact that some of us
But you don't seem to think anything is funny, Alan.
No, some of us are intelligent, and other people accept.
Oh, so it comes down to a level of intelligence. All right, well, hang
Correct.
on. David, you're in Dublin. You're live on Classic Hits 4FM. Good evening to you.
How's it going? How's things?
David, these jokes, about tragedies or jokes about people dying or jokes about racism that you get by text or email, do you find them funny?
Yes. Yeah, to an extent I find funny. Like Batman on Friday sent a few jokes about that, sounded quite funny. Alan needs to lighten up and have a bit of crack in his life.
No, you need to read a few books.
No, read a few books.
You're not very intelligent man, sir.
Went to college, have a degree. What's your point?
There you go. You're not very intelligent.
Why? Because I cracked a few jokes about something. No one near me, doesn't bother me, doesn't affect me.
Correct. There you go. You just said it. You just hung yourself. No one near you doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother me.
Make those jokes to the girl who gets raped in the corner, and make a rape joke to her.
I wouldn't make a rape joke though. That's a bit extreme.
Oh, you wouldn't make a rape joke.
No,
you'd make a joke about a whole lot of people getting mown down in the cinema.
Ah, yeah, watching a Batman film. Come on, there's plenty of jokes to be cracked about that.
There you go, Niall. There's the kind of brain.
Jimmy Carr recently told a joke about rape to an audience, and he said before he told the joke, he was talking about offence, and he says, "Let's see how far we can go before we start to offend people." And he said, before we start to get a few woos in the audience. And the first joke he told was about rape, and everybody laughed, including the women.
He does that all the time. That's his shtick. What am I telling you? He's a lowbrow humour guy. I could tell you a joke. Do you want a joke about the Irish famine?
I don't particularly want to hear it, but I mean, if you want to tell it far away, Alan.
Why don't you want to hear it?
Well, I just don't particularly, but if you want to tell it far away, I might find it funny. It depends. If it's a funny joke, I'll laugh.
How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
I've no idea.
None.
I don't find the joke funny.
No.
All right.
If it was a funny joke, I'd laugh.
I'm sure there's a whole lot of people who think that joke's hilarious. And they're all morons.
Well, maybe they do. But I don't think it's a funny joke. That's just my sense of humour.
Right, but it's okay to laugh at all.
But I don't find
it.
But I don't find it offensive.
No one said anything about being offended, Niall.
Well, okay, but there was more people killed in the. Well, hold on. There was more people killed in the famine than killed in the cinema.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. Sure, we can
so it's okay. So that's the point I'm making. Is it okay if it was ages ago?
No, my point is it's never okay. I'm showing up the flaw in your argument. You're saying that it doesn't matter really because it's all a joke, but it isn't. It's real.
Just a fact, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's not a 3D movie. Of course it isn't a 3D movie. That's like, you know what I mean? Or waiting for people to do it, you know what I mean? It's clever, it's a play on words. And like, you're going to have comedians in most parts of England probably telling jokes about this by the end of the year. That's going to be part of the gag and they'll make money on this.
You know morons speaking to other morons. And you'll find it funny. You'll probably pay in to see these comedians.
Yes, because that's their professional job. They're not such idiots if they're getting paid thousands to tour England to tell jokes for a couple of hours.
No idiots get paid lots of money at their job, do they not? A joke, blah, blah, blah. It's a joke that isn't funny about something that isn't funny. So it's a doubly unfunny thing.
The majority of jokes...
They can't help
but hold on. The majority of jokes are about things that are not funny.
The majority of jokes are about things that are not funny.
Yeah.
So does that make them funny?
No, but they make them funny by the joke. Sorry, David, you want to say something just very quickly before we finish?
He's just a moron. He needs to get out, have a laugh, chill out, watch a good comedy DVD, and laugh about it.
What's the square root of 9, David?
You're a moron. Like, what's that got to do with
What's
anything?
the square root of 9, David?
What's that got to do with anything?
What's the square root of 9?
We're talking about comedy here, not maths here now.
The square root of 9 is 3, David.